So we just gonna go in. Basically, what we talk about outside, just kick it off like that.
Yeah, and you
like
make sure you ask me the question.
All right, cool.
Cause I'm gonna keep it going.
Right.
But you gotta stay.
It's gonna flow. It's basically gonna flow like a conversation. So we good? All right. All right, we back. We Need Answers podcast, episode 42, 41, something like that. Something like that. I got my cousin Kid in here. Very important episode. Again, we back on track. We did several PTSD, several mental health episodes. We on jump back because yesterday, October 10th was national, from what I read on Instagram, was National Mental Health Day. So we focusing on some mental health shit right here. Kid had a situation 3 years ago, life-changing situation, and she wanted to share. And it went back in the day when I did the EMI with me and Terrence. We did the EMI thing, and Kid reached out and said that she wanted to come talk to the youth, and that's something that I'm definitely getting back into. I fell off with that nonprofit because I lost focus just trying to get other shit right, but I'm definitely going back because everything back going forward now in a good moment, so in a good movement. So definitely getting back to the EMI, and that's for those who don't know, that's Encourage, Motivate, Inspire. That's a nonprofit me and my partner Terrence came up with. We was helping the youth, giving back in the schools. We did a couple cookouts, giving things back, and just making some speeches. We started a Big Brother program that we didn't get off the ground, but I'm definitely going to do that again.
With the big sister.
Yeah, with the big sister. And like me and Kid was just talking, just serving our purpose, and that's one of the purposes that I feel like, that's one of my purposes that I'm going to execute for sure. So once I get back and do that, that's where we at with it. But kept my word with Kid. I said next time we do one, you definitely going to speak. But since we dropped off, I thought about it, came across, and I reached out to Kid again and said, what was you wanted to talk about there? Whatever you want to talk about there, we're going to talk about it on the show, because people need to hear it, people need to see it. We ain't going to let that fly. And a lot of people take a lot, because we so numb to everything that going on in this city. All the violence, we don't really, the shit just happened, and we just be like, all right, another person shot, another person died. So when you hear people tell these stories, you just never know what you'll get out of it, or another perspective on how to take it and not just look at it as another person just got shot or another person passed. So we can start from the top. You can tell us exactly what happened, what transpired in the situation from your words.
So to start it off, like you said, I didn't know yesterday was Mental Health Day.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying?
I ain't either.
I be on Facebook, I be on Instagram, but I don't. They make so many days up.
Yeah, I know. We don't even know if that's an official day for real,
but act as if
exactly.
Yesterday was Mental Health Day.
Right.
Like, this is the face that a lot of people. I'm very popular. Everybody knows me. So
yeah.
This is the face that a person wouldn't expect to be talking about mental health, and not expecting that I have mental health issues. Like, you got me raw. I got mental health issues. I suffer with PTSD severely, to the point where, as though I can't live a normal life. My normalcy is gone. I don't know who I was 3 years ago. I don't. Like, I'm trying to get to know me, but I don't feel like I was a bad person, that I don't want to go back to that person, but you always can better.
Yeah.
So it's like I want to be better, but I want to find me at the same time, because I'm learning who I am.
Okay.
So I don't know the things I still like. I don't know my interests. I don't like going outside. I never was a club head, but I don't even like going to gatherings.
Right.
Family gatherings. I'll be there 5 minutes. PTSD is, everybody know that's, so how I look at PTSD, I always thought it was for people, men. Like, women can't get it. Like, men that was in the army, in service, and went to war.
Flashbacks and shit.
They had flashbacks, shell shock.
Yeah.
So that's really what it is. So I'm thinking, like, black people don't know what the letters be. And a lot of things. Black people don't know mental illness, because they can have a relative or a child that's going through it, and all they gonna say is they crazy.
Right, exactly.
Don't he crazy.
Yeah.
That's what he do.
Yeah.
Until it get too late, and you could have been helped it.
Right.
Sorry to say, in white families, they catch it.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? They get help for their children, their family members. We don't. Some of us, honestly, not me, but some families, I've seen it, I went through it, they throw them to the wolves.
Yeah. That's
like,
a fact.
I don't want such and such over because, you know, that motherfucker crazy.
Yeah.
Like, it's not that,
Instead of trying to figure this shit out and help.
What's going on?
Yeah.
I didn't ask for mental illness. After I got shot, I didn't know that I had mental illness. Until, you know, I started going to therapy, the doctor, and that's what they're telling me it is. And I'm like,
diagnose you with the shit.
I don't got mental illness, I got PTSD. I just learned that.
Right.
That's mental illness.
Okay.
How? It's mental illness. How? You know what I'm saying? Now, look at you. So I thought about it. They trying to offer me all this medication. I'm not taking no medication to make me feel like a zombie.
Yeah.
I'm strong-minded, my willpower physically, not as much, but mentally, that matters. Your mental need to be stronger than your physical.
Right.
So you can handle the physical, like when I got shot. I was so mentally strong when I got shot, I wasn't physically strong.
Okay.
My mental got me through the physical.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. Because your mind basically run everything.
Yeah. So nobody's exempt. I thought I was exempt. I said I'd never in my life think that would happen to me.
Right. So tell us what happened.
So it was a normal day, kinda, but I like to be outside. So, you know, as I got older, I didn't care to be outside. But I come outside here and there. Whole time never knowing niggas was plotting on me. I'm going to start off to say it's always somebody that's close to you that do it. A stranger wouldn't have never been able to put that shit together with me.
Because they couldn't get that close.
They couldn't get that close to know none of my moves. Crazy thing is, my father always taught me when I was younger, don't take the same way home.
Yeah.
Look at every car parked outside your house.
Yeah. That's that
You get
old
what I'm
head
saying?
shit.
Like,
my father just saying,
spin the block 3 times before you park.
Yeah.
So it stuck with me. And I used to tell him, like, I don't need to know that.
Yeah.
I don't do nothing to nobody to have to live my life like that.
That's
he like,
protocol.
you need to do it.
Yeah.
Okay. I live like that.
Right.
Like, you get what I'm saying?
It's embedded in you.
Yeah, he never told me nothing right but that.
Okay.
So it's like, it was a guy birthday that I used to be with every day. So I hit him like, yo, what you want to do for your birthday? I don't know. All right. We can go eat. He like a little county boy, green. I said, I'm going to take you to Ruth Chris for the first time. A woman ain't never got you a steak. So he like, no. I said, I'm going to be the first woman to get you a Ruth Chris steak.
All right.
So I take a shower. My stomach hurt. My stomach flipping. I'm having butterflies.
This was your first time?
This is the first time.
Okay.
So I don't know what made me, because he lived close to my mom. So I'm like, well, I'm going to meet you at your house. And then as I'm riding, something told me to tell him to meet me at a different location. I don't know why. So he's like, all right. So when I get to the location, he there. Somebody else there. Everybody know I like gambling. Yeah, everybody know I like gambling. Like, that's how I paid a lot of bills. Like,
shoot dice.
Hitting dice
that,
games, $5,000-$6,000. I came in getting $50, so I was stealing, but I can shoot. Right?
Okay.
So the nigga like, yeah, yo, shoot something. So I'm like, nah, I'm taking my man to eat. It's his birthday. Man, you don't want to shoot? Nah. Yo, pull out 2 mitts with hundreds. Every time I shoot with this nigga, I win.
Right. See, why not?
I'm like, yo.
This we gonna play for dinner.
Yeah, I said, yo, I'm gonna win $100. I'm gonna pay for the biggest steak you can get. He like, bet.
Right.
Mind you, I walk away from my car. I didn't feel like I needed to even act paranoid because I'm in my own hood.
Right.
When you get shot in your own hood or get killed in your own hood, your hood did it.
Papa Grove.
People that don't know this, if anything happened to you in your own hood, robbed, shot, killed, if you killed, you did, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Your hood did that to you.
Yeah.
Just to let you know.
Right.
I got a lot of knowledge. I'm street. That's all I know is street. I didn't allow street to make me.
Right.
I had a big heart. I did no cruddy shit to nobody. I never was into nothing cruddy. If you doing cruddy shit, don't even be around.
Yeah. You don't want that energy at all.
So we get around the corner. Mind you, around the corner is where my mother lived at, right? I'm shooting dice. I noticed 2 niggas that I ain't know walking up.
Y'all was outside.
We was outside.
Mm-hmm.
We on the porch though that we never shoot dice on.
Daytime.
Daytime.
Mm-hmm.
3:54 to be exact.
Mm-hmm.
I'm on the porch, but I got an unsettling feeling.
Just you and him shooting?
Yeah, but then it was like people here and there jumped in for 5 minutes, 5 there. When we shoot hours.
Yeah.
So I felt that.
That
My stomach was still hurting.
That was shaky.
I was nervous. I was nauseous, and I never felt like this because I'm in my own hood with my own niggas.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I noticed niggas ain't speak to me this day though. I'm like, yo. I asked them little nigga, the birthday nigga. Anybody speak to you, yo? No. I'm like, niggas ain't even making eye contact, and how the fuck I'm on this porch? We never shoot right here, right?
Right.
So I'm like,
so the dude chose that porch?
Yeah.
Okay.
You feel me? They try and box me up for real.
Mm-hmm.
Mind you, all this shit happening with no reason.
Mm-hmm.
No reason.
Mm-hmm.
98% of the reasons niggas get shot and killed is for nothing.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying? It's
Senseless
because of
killers.
another nigga feelings.
Mm-hmm.
Not what you did, another nigga feelings towards you.
Yeah.
Alright, bet. Mind you, I get to moving. So as I'm coming up the step, I say, yo, let's go. A dude come up the street like, hey, kid, watch that alley. 2 niggas in the alley. But mind you, he described them as the 2 niggas that was just right there talking to them niggas. So it's like, huh? So I say, why you say that to me and not nobody else?
Yeah.
So I'm telling niggas like,
fishy
yo,
shit.
y'all hear the call?
Yeah.
Do anybody hear this call?
Uh-huh.
Everybody acting regular like they don't hear that it's 2 niggas in the alley with a gun.
Right.
So fucking, I said, why you telling me?
Mm-hmm.
They said they ready to come up to her. She on the porch. I'm the only
He
she
yelling this
there.
out?
Yeah.
So the
Making
nigga that
them
you
niggas
shooting
mad.
knowing all that.
All them niggas mad because he
Put
blew
you
it.
on point, yeah.
So as I'm coming down the step and shit, so I go to peep out in the alley like on a quick tick, like boom, my mother live this way though.
Mm-hmm.
Nigga come out the alley, boom. I'm like, oh.
He come running?
Walking.
Oh,
Yo walk up, go dap the nigga.
that you shooting
One
with?
of my niggas, not even nigga shooting when nigga shoot with left me.
Yeah.
You feel me? He went and dat one of, you feel me, the nigga I thought was my nigga. So I'm looking like, yo, why he act like he just went right here 10 minutes ago?
Yeah.
You come out the whole alley?
Uh-huh.
You ain't from me, I know I ain't know him.
Right.
What you ready to do? I ain't ready to do nothing, y'all. No, I'm watching this shit in the street. I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
But I'm like, yo, they can't be for me.
Yeah.
But they looking at this is weird.
Yeah, real fishy.
So nigga like, yo, take care of her for me. Take care of who? Take care of her for me. Who the fuck? I ain't got time for this shit, yo.
Yeah.
So I put on my little street shit. I said, I'm getting the fuck out of this situation. I said, the only thing they probably want to do is rob me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't deserve death, so I ain't thinking.
Yeah.
So yo get to try going around me and shit, me being me. I'm pushing them away, like pushing them off. You want to get behind me for real. Mind you, the nigga that was with me, I was every day, I don't know where the fuck yo at. So
And
at
he
this
was
point,
with you.
and he's standing over there watching this shit, you feel me? So I'm just like, yo, get out this shit. Get out this shit. Get out this shit. Get out this shit. So I had on some Timbs. So them bitches was unlaced, so I'm trying to hop in time so I can, cause I already said I'm taking off.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
getting the fuck out of
You
here.
already
Like,
knew what time it was.
yeah, but I'm trying to watch every corner. It was so many different people that I didn't know which way to go.
Yeah.
My mother called my phone, right?
Uh-huh.
So, me being me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, ma, I'm still looking at the nigga.
Mm-hmm.
Well, where you at? You said you was ready to walk down here. I'm about to be down there.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So when I looked up, sis, watch out. That's all I heard. Sis, watch out. I look.
The same nigga that
The
said.
nigga's birthday.
Oh,
Yo, whipping the joint out. But it's stuck on him. It got
Right.
stuck on his hip. So I'm like, oh, a little distraction.
Mm-hmm.
Mop. Push off.
You pop him?
Yeah. Yo, stumble back. Pow. Yo, shot. Boom, boom, boom. 3 times. The gun was empty, right? So it's like click, 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 click.
Yeah.
So I saw the gun. So I'm looking like, damn. I know who gun that is. But Joe ain't out there. You feel me?
Oh, shit.
He shot at me 3 times, mind you. The nigga gun who was had 3 bullets. He just asked me for bullets for a 38 a week, few days before. So I knew who gun it was. Wouldn't handle shit.
Okay.
So I'm like, Yeah, yo, win it. All right, bet. So I'm not realizing it's a second nigga. So now I'm like going towards you. So I'm like, yeah, we gonna fight. Cause somebody that love me, ready come. So yo trying to pistol whip me and shit. He cut my fingers up. I'm still trying to fight the nigga. Like, all I ever heard was like, boom. So I'm turned. The fuck, boom. Whole arm got hit.
So
it
he
hit
reloaded.
My arm.
He basically reloaded and shot the
No,
other nigga.
it was a whole another nigga. That gun just ain't even work no more.
Right.
He just was trying to pistol whip me with that bitch.
Okay.
I wasn't letting him. I was catching that motherfucker.
Yeah.
So the nigga came out the alley with the shotgun.
Shit.
So the first shot missed me. I guess because me and yo was still like this. I took off running. The second shot hit my arm. It broke my arm to bone. It gave me nerve damage. It hit a main artery. You feel me? They had to reconstruct my arm after they told me I had to get it amputated.
Damn.
So I'm working with an inside prosthetic arm. It's like a robot, bro. I can't feel nothing over there. Alright. So I'm heavy. So I'm still running like shit. My mother called. I don't play about my mother.
Nasty.
Yeah, ma. They shooting. Where you at? I'm like, I'm coming. I'm hiding on the porch. I'll be there when they finish stop shooting.
And you shot?
I'm shot as shit. Mind you, black people, yeah. My mother didn't think I was hit because we so used to hearing gunshots and we just know to stay safe and then go where you going. Right, it's too normal for us. It's too normal in the hood.
You don't even think nothing of it.
Nothing
just,
of it. You hear that
come
shit?
On and let's
you hear
get
that
it
shit
on.
in the county?
Yeah.
It's 25 police out there and they was just testing the gun. It's probably a firework.
Yeah.
So we so used to it. You feel me? I'm hit though. All right, ma, I be down there. You feel me? Yeah.
You ain't want to tell her?
Nah. Because my mother gonna be superwoman. I don't care what you say. So the first thing, all I'm thinking was, right, is to get in my mother's house. I'm safe. I'm not thinking, like, no other way. Because it's like I'm outside, my arm shot, so it's like I was so heavy I couldn't move. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So, and it's you can hear the blood saying, shh.
Coming out.
In the midst of it, I'm going out. I'm going out. I'm losing too much blood. I can't see shit. I put this on everything. I ain't see nothing, and I never once ran into a car, tripped over a curb, ran into a gate of a house, or nothing. And I know what that was. God was guiding me. He was using his eyes for me. I was like a puppet. Yeah. Duck this way, hop over there, bow. And they telling me I'm doing all this shit like, don't remember none of it. Didn't see none of it or remember it. I do remember getting down by my mom's. She was coming out. So I said, oh, my mother. Y'all not killing my mother today.
They was still behind you?
The nigga on my ass. The nigga was like 29 feet. Like, he was on my ass. You feel me? All I saw was my mother come down, jump in front of the gun, because I'm bleeding. My mother gonna die about me. He gonna kill my mother and he gonna kill me. So I decided that I was gonna die and my mother was gonna live. Even though she would wanted the opposite. Right. She's supposed to bury her. I'm supposed to bury her, not her child. But in this case, that's how much I love my mother. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, my mother, what, 57? I'm 41. Hey, man, you can get up there at 102. I'm good. Yeah. That's the love I had for my mother. So I turn around. I'm like, nah, that ain't killing my mother. I'm going to the nigga. The nigga confused as shit. Boom, boom, what the fuck? She coming back? Yeah. Because you ain't hitting my mother. Right. Turned around. When I cleared him, he shot again. I got shot with a shotgun now. I was 112 pounds at the time. I'm right now like 145. You feel me? 112 is my normal weight.
Yeah, definitely was always your weight.
You know I was little. Like you, just tall.
Yeah.
So, motherfucking bullet came through my back. It came on my chest. You feel me? It threw me. I hit the ground. So mind you, I'm on the curb and halfway in the street. A ricochet hit my spine on the right side, so I couldn't move my right side. It went through, fractured my ribs, and hit my lung. So now I can't breathe. I'm like, gasping for air. Bubbles come out my chest. I can't move. You feel me? So I'm just like, what the fuck did I do to these niggas? Like, I don't even know you, bro. Like, rob me or something.
Right.
I only had like $200 something on me. Like, rob me. So I'm like, all right, they don't want my money. They want my life. Why? Right? What's your thing called?
We need answers. We need answers.
I need them to still to this day answer that, even though I found out why. And the why was still not a reason to do that to me.
Right.
Because it was about something that I didn't do.
Okay.
That they know I didn't.
Uh-huh.
I just was affiliated.
Okay. Okay.
I was collateral damage.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So boom, I'm laying there. So I start feeling my feet and shit. So I'm like, all right, my feet tingling. You get what I'm saying? I said, I'm still here. I can hear the old lady. She watched me grow up as a kid. Play dead, don't move.
So
Lay there. So I'm like, hell no. I'm going to try my best to get up out of here. I'm not ready to play dead. Yeah. Like, they come check my pulse or some shit. No, they going to whack me.
Exactly.
I'm going to fight. That's all I kept saying. I thought about everybody in my family. Your ugly ass was in it. But I thought about everybody in the family, yeah. And it gave me so much strength, you feel me? Yeah. And then I didn't think about nothing but of how they love me. Fuck how I love somebody, because they may not love you the same back. Yeah. I thought about everybody that I know for a fact that loved me. There's a difference. As I'm getting up, yo, I couldn't see no more. All right, I went 100% blind. I couldn't see nothing. I can hear real good. I heard them coming from all the way down the block. We had a long block. I heard them coming from the bottom of the block back up. Their footsteps was getting closer and closer and closer. So I'm like, yo, what do y'all want? And I said those words out my mouth. I said, what do y'all want? Like, you got blood. And this is me talking. I said out my mouth, you got blood. What do you want? So I'm laying there, right? I got like a little bit of eyesight in my right. My left not fully back. You get what I'm saying? I wear glasses, but I ain't feel like doing all that today. I see their feet, but I can hear the conversation. They were arguing about who was going to kill me, right? So that's how I knew a lot of things and how like a lot of shit went. You feel me? I knew it was a setup off break. Like, I don't do nothing to nobody. You know what I'm saying? And then the street I was on is not a main street. You got to know that street lived around there or know somebody around there to even know the cuts and where to go. And they knew exactly where to go. You get what I'm saying? So I knew what it was.
Somebody put that together.
Yeah. They put it together messy, though. You know what I'm saying? It was messy as fuck. That's why I was able to be on point and be ready for, you feel me, the situation. So the dude that actually shot me, he like, hey, yo. Hey, I shot that bitch already 3 times. Little nigga like, nah, yo, I ain't come up here for that. He like, what? He said robber. He ain't say killer, he said robber. He like, man, kill that bitch. He like, yo, I ain't come up here for that. He like, I do it. I promise you, yo. I'm ready to tell him like, no, let him do it. Excuse me. Can I pick one? Alright. Can he do it? Because you hitting everything. I don't like the shooting. Let him do it. He missed me first. You know what I'm saying? Like, his gonna be soft. But please let him do it. Because I felt as though I had no choice. Y'all, I gotta get shot. Can he do it? I really want to act show. So the nigga that was really shooting me was mad at me because I'm not showing no type of fear. I'm not begging for my life.
You laid out right now.
I'm getting up at this point, cuz on one leg. I'm getting up. Like, I don't know what I was doing, but I'm getting up. So I'm thinking like, I can say this, right? So for the 3 weeks before I even got shot, I had started going back to church. I had started going to amateur night at church at random churches. I started popping up at just random churches. I'm in there like, you know, mumbling the words, don't know them. You feel me? I'm doing prayer line with the dude that birthday it was. We pray on the phone, FaceTime. We read scriptures. He brought me back. Okay. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. He betrayed me though. You know what a false prophet is? Yeah. Like he's a false prophet. He taught me what a false prophet is. I asked him one day, what's a false prophet? This before my situation. And he told me. I never understood it. That day, I said, he told me who he was.
Exactly. Yeah. Like Judas and Jesus.
I'm glad. Thank you for letting me know that, because I wouldn't have noticed.
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
Right,
so
right.
I was a lot more. I grew up in church, but I was a lot more aware, because I took myself out of church for my own reasons.
Right.
You can't go to a family church because family do what they do outside and you judge them.
And you'll be a hypocrite and all that
and
other
it makes
shit.
me don't believe nothing they say. So I stopped.
Very dangerous. We talked about that on the preach episode, one of the first episodes I did.
It will turn somebody's direction from God if they're not strong enough. People don't realize that you don't go to church for the people, you go to church for God. But you don't know that.
Exactly.
You get what I'm saying?
They
people
go for
run
everything
you out.
else.
Right. The people run you out. So he grabs the gun back. So mind you, I'm getting up. I'm still getting up. So he like, I do it. So I'm like, shh. I'll be good. They need to recruit this nigga after this shit, yo. He gotta go to the army. Like, he hitting shit. Like, he wanted. He like blood. Like, so this nigga, all I heard was So I said, shit, he gonna shoot me in my head. I set it out. So I tried to cover my head and didn't get it fast enough. He put the barrel on my head and fired. I got shot in the back of my head with a shotgun. My face hit the ground. Boom. All my teeth broke. All my teeth broke. I'm working on that. I got November the 4th. I'm gonna be back. So, my head caught fire. My back caught fire. My hat I had on, you know I wear a hat. I gotta wear a hat. Shout out to Love Over Hate on the hat. My clothes was on fire. As I'm laying there, I see my hat burning with a hole in it. They run away, right? I never once felt like I was going to die because I was confident from them 3 weeks. It don't take years and decades
build your faith
to build your faith. It can take a second. You get what I'm saying? So them 3 weeks was like enough. 3 years. You get what I'm saying? It restored me, it redeemed me, and it renewed me. You get me? So boom.
So all this happened for a reason.
All of it happened for no reason.
Not the what happened in the situation. I'm saying what happened in your life.
For a reason.
Yeah, it all happened for a reason.
Because it started as a child. I went through a lot. Abuse. Molestation. Right. You feel me? So I always was that one God had me on the front line. So he built me so when I'm old enough to be on his front line and I got my earthly wings, I can stand tall. So I'm a leader. Right. I've always been a leader. You get what I'm saying? So that's what it is. So it took for that. He wasn't ready for me. You get what I'm saying? He wasn't ready for Michelle. He just
wanted to sharpen you up a little.
He wanted to sharpen me up a little bit so I can see exactly who I am. You get what I'm saying? So I got up. I don't know how. I got up. I drugged myself. I kept saying, why nobody won't help me? You get what I'm saying? I couldn't talk. The meat was hanging out the back of my head. I'm walking because it's dangling, right? It's uncomfortable. Threw the meat out a little bit. All right. Hurry up so I can get down to this hospital, bro. Like, you feel me?
Ain't nobody, ain't no police, no ambulance, no.
Nothing yet. The birthday nigga.
Pops up.
He grabbed me. Oh, I can't see. Who is that? Get off me, get off me. I'm thinking it's the nigga. I'm like, y'all already did enough. What do you want? He like, it's me, it's me. It's me, sis. Where the fuck you was at? Right. But I didn't ask the question. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm trying to make myself feel like, all right, he ain't no bulletproof vest. He don't carry guns. He don't shoot guns. So I'm not going to expect him to be able to help me. Even though if it was the other way around, if I'd have had to dug the nigga's eyes out from jumping on his back, I probably would have died with him. Because that's how much I love you. But I learned that you can't say bro and sis unless they're your bro and sis.
Exactly. Can't
you get what I'm
play
saying?
that. Everybody play with it, but it ain't.
You can't.
It should be taken serious.
Because women, they usually having sex with the brother. You know what I'm saying? The men even having sex with the sister. So you can't say bro and sis because they not your brother and sister. You know what I'm saying? So I learned that. So I was able to walk a little bit. He telling me to run. I'm like, I can't run. I'm like, I'm shot in my head. Blood everywhere. He covered in blood. He picked me up. I said, put me on the porch and hide me in the corner and call the ambulance. I said, don't let my mother see me like this. My mother burned my phone up. You get what I'm saying? So he like, I don't want to leave you. Nigga, you been left me.
Yeah, right.
Ain't no point in being here now.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
leave me and go
Yeah.
get help, please, yo.
Mhm.
Please. You get what I'm saying? So in the midst of, I hear my mother. Where my baby at? Where my baby at? She going off. So I'm like, don't let her see me. So it's like a couple people like, Ma, she said, you bop, watch out, pop him up. You know, fighting through the crowd for her baby. She see me first thing. She said, oh, my baby, look at her arm. You get what I'm saying? My arm was ripped open. Like, it was detangled from the body. Like, so she get up there. So as she getting up there, it was a dude that was robbing me while I was on the ground. I can feel my pockets, like, me flipping over. So I'm like, what is going on? I'm looking down, but I can't see, but I can't. So I'm like, oh, I focused on him. I said, yeah, y'all think I'm ready to die. I'm not. You get what I'm saying? I'm not. Y'all should have killed me. And that's all I kept saying. Y'all should have killed me. Y'all should have killed me. So my mother catches on. I'm grabbing her by her ankle, like, to tell her, like, the nigga is taking my money. Like, she catch it, like, oh, this what y'all want? All this is because of that? She take my money, cuz, and throw it into the crowd. Wow, there's money everywhere, right? She said, y'all can have it. So I'm laying there like, ho. Hey, ma. We not ready to prove no. If you don't pick that money up,
Right.
we is not proving points. You get what I'm saying? I need that. I'm about to survive. I'm not dying. If you don't grab that, you ain't want that money. You know what I'm saying? So it was like that. It's like, I can say this, like, everybody is scared to go there. You get what I'm saying? I wasn't scared to go there, but I always was scared of how.
Right. Yeah.
The fact that I went through that, it's like, what can be happening to me worse? What kind of other death I can possibly have that's worse than that? Right. I saw me, the worst feeling in the world is to see somebody shoot you in your head every day of your life. Every morning I wake up,
you see that shit.
I see him shoot me in my head. Every time I go to sleep,
never forget that.
I see him shoot me in my head. When I wake up, he done shot me again. You get what I'm saying? Like, I done got shot in my head for the last 3 years.
So when you get to the hospital?
So, all of a sudden, it was like 20 people over top of me. Everybody, sis, hold on, be strong, sis, no, don't go. Don't know where none of these niggas was at when I got shot. Right. They just popped up, you feel me? My mother don't want nobody touching me. She like, don't nobody touch my daughter, move, watch out. Y'all ain't been right here, watch out. So I'm telling my mother, so I'm like, Mom, I said, the easiest thing for me to do right now is to die. So my mother like, oh no, like, you always been strong. Like, that's what you been doing. Like, you ain't ready to do that. Like, and I'm like, Mom, that's the easiest thing for me to do. I'm in so much pain. I never in my life felt pain that bad before, yo. Like, I can't describe it. You get what I'm saying? So I just kept saying, that's the easiest thing for me to do. And she like, no, you're going to hold on. So I'm here, hold on, but I'm fading. My mom's is real spiritual. So she know. She know when you transition. So she's looking at me, and I'm transitioning. My pupils dilating. Face getting gray, the blood coming out. I told her, I said, I got one more breath. I said, I love you. And I said, tell my family, I love them. Like, I know they love me. And she like, no, you don't love me. You don't love me. Like, you know. So she trying to hold me on, doing everything she trying to do. So she went to go grab me, to hold me. She didn't know I got shot in my head. So when she did that, I said I got shot in my head. She dropped me like, blood everywhere. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, she extra got mad. She turned around, bop, 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 bop. She fighting everybody still. My mother can scrap, y'all. Like, she fighting. And I'm laying down like, yeah, ma. Yeah, that's what's up. Yeah, hit him. Kick him. That's right, get him. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, I was in a tunnel. I was super duper cold at first. The pain was from my head to my toes. It felt like I was literally on fire in the inside. And then I took a breath like, and I was looking at the sky. And my mother said I was looking around her, like, and I wouldn't stop. You get what I'm saying? And I was transitioning, bro. Like, I got warm. I remember feeling warm, and I remember me trying to say mine. I can move my arms because I felt like I was moving like arms and I sat up, but I didn't. So it was like I sat up and saw me, but it was like I was moving my arms, but I'm not, none of this happening. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I keep hearing her like, hold on, breathe, baby, breathe. And it's getting dark. And it feel like somebody was pulling me through a tunnel real fast backwards. And everybody was getting lower and lower and lower and further and further and further. And I'm like, oh shit. And then it was like the sky was so bright. You know, it wasn't no beam coming down. You know, I say the beam. It was just bright and pretty. You get what I'm saying? I said, Mom, I know where I'm going. I said, it's beautiful. And that's when she just like, oh no, bow. Like, you know, she pressing down on my chest, she shaking me, she doing all that. And then I start hearing the ambulance like real low. And then it got like a little louder. And before you know it,
they got you on the
They got me, you know. They cut me up, my clothes off, got me on the gurney, put me in there. I can hear people screaming. That messed Boxy up too. You know, Boxy still hold that. And he didn't get to me fast enough. So
he was outside?
He was outside running.
All right.
And by the time he got right there, the ambulance pulled off. So it's like he didn't do nothing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I can remember 3 minutes. The dispatcher said 3 minutes. I remember that. My mother was in the front of the ambulance. All I can remember her, just hearing her opening the little slide thing like, don't do that to her arm, it hurts. She slided back. Why y'all doing that to her? She said it hurt. You get what I'm saying? I'm mother. Yeah. So I'm up there like, Mom, let him work on me. Like, so they like, oh, shot in the head. We didn't know that. So she like, here go mother, slip. Y'all ain't know she was shot in her head? Y'all should knew that, slip. Like, you know. So I got there. I remember, like, lights going real fast and doors, hearing doors. So I remember getting into a room. It was like we was going so far, so many turns and so much. And when we got there, down shot trauma, it was like 20 people in pink scrubs just standing there. And I remember a doctor coming to say, we're here for you, kid. And I'm like, all right. He said, you can let go. So I'm like, you sure? And, you know, I kept saying, you sure? Here go my co-signer mother. You sure? You know? Yeah. He like, we sure, let go. We got you. So I passed out. I went unconscious. Don't remember nothing else that happened. I was holding on for that long until I know for a fact a person that I can trust tell me that I can let go. You get what I'm saying? I was trying to listen to God at the same time. Yeah. Like, what do you need me to do? Because you know, people that transition, people that die, they hold on. Okay. And God's telling them, let go. I am God. Like, I have you. So I'm listening. You get what I'm saying? Like, I'm listening to what he want me to do. I never heard him say, let go. So the doctor said it. I'm like, you sure? Because God ain't even telling me that. You know what I'm saying? He like, we got you. All right, cool. I was out. Worst day of my life, yo. So for people to think that it can't happen to them, it can happen. Like, you don't have to be a big time drug dealer for stuff to happen to you like that. You could be selling a little bit of weed, an ounce of weed, and if a nigga want it, they're gonna take your life. Right. And it can happen to you because I thought it would never in life happen to me. I never foreseen that. Like, not once ever. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. So I didn't know what was the reason for a long time. I had ears to the streets because I was not, you know, there. I can say how God worked. 2 days later, I walked out the hospital and started doing rehab. You get me? I had scabs. Yeah, I had to walk because my back. And, you know, I had to learn to walk and all that. I had scabs in 2 days. I healed in 2 days. Wow. I just didn't heal from the inside. You get what I'm saying? Okay. I didn't trust nobody. I felt it was bad. Like, so the mental illness thing, right? It was a social worker who came in the hospital, and he was like, hey, I'm such and such, black man, had a packet. Oh, this is this, that. I'm laying there. I was bitter as shit. I was angry. I was mad at the world.
They want information about what happened.
No, he wanted to give me information telling me that I'm going to need therapy and I'm not going to need a work that I'm going to need this. I said I don't need none of that. Yeah. So he was like, I'm going to leave it here. leave it.
Yeah.
Mom, hand me that. She handed it to me. I couldn't do nothing with this side. I took out of it, flung it across the floor. I said, I ain't gonna need nobody. I ain't crazy.
You won't ever be able to use your arm again? With
I can actually use it. I couldn't. It was like this for a while, like a chicken. Because I supposed to got amputated. And then it was like once I got in there, and I'm like, oh, well, I don't want to get amputated. And they was like, well, you're not going to be able to use your arm again. And I'm like, well, let God do that part and y'all stitch me up.
Yeah.
So that's what happened.
Yeah.
So it came from a chicken can't do nothing to I went to therapy and quit. I quit therapy 2 weeks later. My grandmother was my therapist. So what she did was put cans in the sock, wrapped it around my hands so I can get range of motion and strength. So we did that. I never came outside. I didn't step foot outside till after a year and a half because I was that scared to step outside.
Yeah. So talk about that part, the dramatic part.
So
what changed? Part. What changed you and everything?
This is to the point where it's though like I told you when I was in the hospital, I kept telling them I don't need help. I don't need nobody. I can get through this. It's nothing. So I say like a week being released from the hospital, it started. It started with when I first got home, I was scared to go to sleep. So when I would doze off, I hear boom, 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 boom. So I jump up, and I'm telling whoever family member around me, like, y'all hear that? And they like, what? I'm like, they shooting. They is shooting in this house. That's how I noticed. I didn't notice it, but my family did.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
So they spoke on it, but didn't, because I was getting offended about everything. Like, it was just like, you can't say nothing to me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So they like, I think you should, what? Mind your business. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is not, y'all not going through this. I was angry.
You had that whole attitude for
I had a whole attitude with the world, my family, everybody, like, I didn't like it. You get what I'm saying? Because I'm like, why this happened to me?
Yeah.
Like, why would this happen to me, man? Like, me, I was so joyful. I smiled all the time. I played. It took all that from me. Them niggas, a couple people say, well, at least they didn't take your life. They took my life.
Yeah.
They took everything
As
from
you know
me.
it.
Made it 22nd, 2017. And I haven't got it back. You get what I'm saying? I have to pump myself up and motivate myself to get up in the morning to do anything. I can't move around without pain pills. You get what I'm saying? So when I realized the PTSD was the PTSD, I started saying demons. So I started saying skeleton faces all around the room. I couldn't get up and walk, so I'm in the bed with a skeleton right here. You know what I'm saying? Imagine knowing a skeleton is right here, and you can't get out the bed.
It fucked you up mentally.
Mentally. Nobody's home at the time they at work. Help! It's really a I'm calling my grandmother like, Grandma, there's some niggas downstairs. They kicked the door in. Mind you, they got me far out. I'm far out deep, cuz, like, nobody around us. In a mini mansion, like.
You wasn't in town at all.
At all. Yeah. You couldn't tell me they ain't kicked that door and was running up the steps trying to come shoot me. I'm trying to barricade myself in the room, and ain't nobody there. So that's how I knew I needed help, but I would not never ask for help. Because, like I said, in black family, they don't think it's part of the they push it away, and they just be like, you gonna be all right, shake it off. And that's all I heard was, shake that shit off. You all right, shake it off. And it's like, I can't shake that. Like,
so did you go to therapy?
I eventually went to therapy.
Did it help?
Because I could have hurt my family. I wanted a gun. I was trying to get somebody to get me a gun in the house.
You wanted revenge?
No, I couldn't have revenge. I was ready to kill the skeletons that's in the house. You know, and the skeletons was my family. Yeah. And I'm not realizing that the only face I saw was the right face was my mom. So I finally was able to get up and go in the bathroom with help from my mom. And there's a big mirror. So I look over like, oh, you Sam. That's when I got help. You like, she like, see who I was like, oh my God, who's that man? I didn't know who I was. I didn't see me. My eyes always was big. I used to stand at the window from 2 a.m. to 6:30 in the morning when the sun went up and just stand out the window and watching niggas run past with hoodies and guns. That wasn't there. You get what I'm saying? Like, it took over me. So I have a praying family. I have ministers, pastors. It took over me. You get what I'm saying?
So did therapy help?
Therapy helped, but you gotta have the right therapist.
True.
Most of these therapists out here are trained to say certain things
Okay.
They're trained to feel a certain way. They can't get hooked up in you, what happened to you. They can't be emotional. And it's like a robot. I'm sorry that happened to you. All I'm saying the same thing. I'm sorry that happened to you. I don't want no I'm sorry that happened to you person. Because you don't know what I'm going through. Oh, I know the feeling. You don't. So one therapist had to ask her everything I said. She was like, me too. So I said, where you come from?
Right.
What's your background? So
Right.
when she spoke, I said, miss, you can never understand.
Yeah.
I said, you go home and push the garage door. I pull up at my house and got to park all the way down the street because there ain't no parking spaces. And worry about if somebody going to break in my shit because I can't see it.
Exactly.
Or if I get robbed from walking to the house.
Difference.
It's a big difference, so stop.
Yeah.
I stopped with her. I found a lady. Her name is Dr. Shannon. Wonderful lady. She was a Christian. She started giving me my sessions in a church. And I felt comfortable because I couldn't do nothing. Like, I didn't want to go nowhere, to the doctors, outside, nothing. I felt comfortable with her. She didn't say, oh, me too. I'm sorry you felt that way. She literally talked to me. She actually talked to me and she understood me. It's not about, oh, I got somebody in an hour. I ran up my hour over a lot. And she never, like, rushed me out or anything like that.
Made you feel comfortable.
Yes, and she moved to Virginia. So I tried therapists after that, but it do not work because all they want to do is they talk to me for 30 minutes and then offer me medicine.
You had a connection with her.
I had a real good connection to the point though we still text. And you know, we can FaceTime, and it's not even about the insurance I have. Now it's about a friendship and a trust thing.
Right.
And she helps me. So
question. Before this happened, I'd like you. I know everybody know you happy. Everybody fuck with you, fun, all that. But at a certain point, I feel like we all on some like we raised to you do something to me, I do something back. We on some street shit, some fight shit, whatever. So before this happened, how you look at handling situations, and I know that not particularly this situation, but before, what was your mind frame of if shit go down in the streets versus to afterwards? Like, how is your train of mind? Yeah. Are you still on some?
You know where I came from.
Yeah. And so, most of it's the same thing. Yeah. Like, something go down, we gonna see what's up. We gonna handle that.
It was always, you hit me, I hit you back. It was always, I gotta get my lick back. So, if I would have thought something like that, and not, me being who I was back then, like I told you, I never was a bad person. I wasn't cruddy. I have a big heart. I'd do anything for anybody. I just knew how to make my money. Me know how to make my money made niggas jealous. So I already had envy and jealous from the same niggas who got this done to me years. You get what I'm saying? So I just never knew they would get that far, right? Yeah. So before the situation, it definitely would have been like, shit. Let somebody do that to me. I'm telling you, they ain't even gonna be able to walk the street like they done. Is that? Is that like I'm not with that? Like even when situations happen with my family, I was on tips like I just feel like eye for an eye. You hit me hard, I hit you hard. You hit me in my right arm, I hit you in your right arm. You shoot me in my leg, I shoot you in your leg. You give me death, I can't give you death back, but I feel like my family is gonna ride for me, and that's what I want. You get what I'm saying? Right. So I go through something now, and I can say this. I be having revenge days that I want revenge, but revenge is the Lord's. He made me understand that. I wasn't trying to hear that in the beginning. I had all the ministers and pastors around me. I don't want to hear the scripture. I don't want to hear you say that. They're going to die, and that's just how I carry it. They gotta go. But it was like, I promise you, that second day of shock trauma, it's like God came in the room himself. It seemed like I started loving harder and stronger. And I cared about them guys dying because I thought about their mother, how their mother gonna feel, how their kids will feel without them. So it softened me up and made me want these people to still walk this earth. And then I also learned that it's no greater sin. If you lie, if he steal, and if I go kill, we're going to be judged the same. So I try to use that as an excuse.
Yeah, that's real.
You get what I'm saying? Because I done lied, I done stole. So I'm like, all right, that's the same thing.
Ain't nobody perfect.
Ain't nobody perfect. So I was trying to use that as an excuse so I can get revenge, right? So I started researching God, researching things like eye for an eye mean in the Bible. Like, so if I'd have shot them niggas in their back, their chest, their arm, and in the back of their head with a shotgun, right? None of them going to survive that. So it's not an eye for eye no more. It's murder. You get what I'm saying? So I'm going to look at it like, dang, Why they died? It's not my fault.
Yeah.
We got hit at the same places.
Right.
I didn't die. That's how I look at it. But it's like they're not going to be able to handle that. They're going to go because they're not mentally stronger than me.
And
I had too much mental strength. They're weak men because, for one, you're shooting a woman and you're killing.
And
you're weak.
And I'm glad you said that, because that's a big part of a society, of how we built, but we don't think about everybody else's family.
Nah.
Because once you take somebody out the game, whether they was wrong for all that shit, their
There's still
kids got to
somebody-
deal with
Yep.
that. Their parents got to
Yep.
deal with that, and everybody else said it's not just about them
It's
no
not
more.
just
It's always,
about you.
it was, because I had the same mind frame when my brother got killed. That was the same, like, now what's up? So, like, not on me taking revenge, but it's like something got to
It's gonna
happen type
happen,
shit.
yep.
Like somebody, but then it's,
Put a
we
bullet in
do this
somebody's
shit.
head.
We this shit happen every day, all day, throughout the city and all out the world. Somebody kill one of ours, we kill one of theirs.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, ours ain't coming back.
I was not coming
So
back,
it's-
and it's making it worse, and then you're losing more.
Yeah.
So, I can't sit here and act like that it wasn't on my mind the other day.
We'd be a fool. We'd be
You know what
lies
I'm
to say that we wouldn't be.
I can't
Yeah.
act like yesterday I ain't like,
Yeah.
I was just like, yo.
Because you want
That
somebody to
would be
feel
like-
what you felt.
Yeah, and I want them to know. I want to sit down with these. This is what I want, right?
Mm.
To forgive somebody, especially to forgive a person who tried to take your life, that's the strongest thing you can actually do. And that is it's so pleasing to God, because we have to forgive.
Mm-hmm.
We have to forgive people to get through the heaven gates.
Yeah.
So it's like,
Definitely.
if I can't forgive you, and I'm still walking around like I'm going to heaven.
Yeah.
When I get up there, he gonna bring that one thing up like you didn't forgive them.
Yeah.
That's all you had to do is to forgive them. So I try to learn how to forgive, because you can say it and don't feel it.
Yeah, true.
So
true.
I have not fully forgave them,
Mm-hmm.
because I'm really hurt about it. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I said that I would. God wants this too. If I would see them thirsty, I would give them my water. If I see them cold, I'd give them the clothes on my back. If they hungry, I'll feed them still.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's pleasing to God, and that's what I have to do. I'm going to earn my earthly wings.
Okay.
And they're not going to stop me from my goal of getting to heaven.
Yeah.
So I got to do the work on earth to get there,
Yeah.
because I'm going to be up there like,
Yeah,
look at
real.
that. Like, look at
That's
you,
real.
stupid.
That's
My
right.
wings going to be gold.
Right.
I'm going to have my own chair beside God, because I'm
Yeah.
a special one.
Yeah.
I call myself the chosen one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
God is pleased. He's pleased.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying? I'm not 100%,
Mm-hmm.
but he's pleased. You get what I'm saying? Because he know my heart.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to sit down with them, like really have a sit down, like, why?
Yeah.
Oh, because woo woo. Why?
Mm-hmm.
I had nothing to do with that. Your reason, because your feelings was hurt, and you thought that it was going to do something to this person, and that person wasn't even been affected, because we're not family. You get what I'm saying?
And it's fucked up that a lot of people think like that. Like, it's fucked up that a lot of people feel like I do something to them to get to you, or I do to, even if they don't know,
I'ma
if they
get
do
your
know.
homeboy.
If they do know, like, it's like we just said, it's
don't-
affecting so many families and so many,
don't
so much shit.
Make it make
Nah,
sense.
It don't.
Make it make sense. You punch me in my mouth right now, and I'm going to go back there and hit him.
Mm-hmm.
Make it make
don't
sense.
make no sense, yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
I'm
Like,
gonna get out, yeah.
it don't make sense. Like, you got weak men out here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying men weak because I'm gay.
Nah.
Men are weak, and I felt this way since I was young. Like, men, not all men,
Yeah.
but men are weak.
Yeah.
Men are weak. Y'all don't
It's
know
a
how to
fact.
express your emotions.
It's a fact. Women are stronger for sure.
We are strong,
for
and we
sure.
got a nerve to
They
come
take
from
a
your
lot
rib.
more. Yeah, we
got a
take.
nerve to come from a man's rib. Women,
They can handle a lot more than niggas
y'all
can.
came out from our rib because
Yeah.
God is a woman.
Yeah.
Y'all ain't ready to tell me I was made from your rib. I'm stronger and I'm real and stronger mentally than not any of
Yeah.
these men. They physically probably can whoop me.
Yeah.
But, you know, like,
Yeah.
I take respect off of men, and I say men weak because of a lot of things. Fatherless childs. How can you be still walking around on earth,
Mhm.
not locked up,
Mhm.
and you don't see your child?
True.
That's a weak
You got
man.
women like that too, though.
You got women
It's
too.
more men, but you got
But
women
that's
like that.
but a woman don't have a choice.
Yeah.
So the ones that do have that choice, they're the fed up ones. They can recover in life.
Mhm.
I was raised by my grandparents. You get what I'm saying?
Mhm.
But it never took away who my mom was.
Mhm.
And my mom still was my mom, and she did everything she needed to do. She just had help.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? And I appreciate that help.
Mhm.
I feel as though I was raised to be an awesome person. And where I came from, Poplar Grove,
Mhm.
I done saw so many people get killed.
Mhm.
Like, I done saw a lot. I took in a lot. And I'm still standing on my feet. as a woman, like,
right.
come on, man, you don't get them kind of people.
So we was talking about earlier about you reached out to we ain't gotta go into the detail, but you reached out to an organization because you wanted to basically do your part on bettering society. So what's your idea of like if you giving a youth game or a people outside game or just your ideas of making the city better? Because when we had the lawyer episode, he asked us about me and the other guests on the show about guns. He was like, do you have a gun? Do you want a gun? Mm-hmm. And what do you think will stop everything that happens from guns being placed in the world? Because it's business. Like no matter how much it do damage, it's still like the main priority of the guns is business because it's making people money.
Right.
It's making the economy money.
Yeah.
So your idea of from learning from your situation and stopping somebody else from going through something like this similar, what would you say and what would you give and what's your idea of making shit better basically? All the way around.
It's funny you asked that because it's like now my focus is to help stop from somebody else to go through what I go through because what I go through is harsh, mm-hmm. right? So it's like I reached out to an organization because it's like one person cannot change the world.
True.
So 10 people can't. 1,000 people can't. But it's the domino effect of it.
Right.
So if you put it out there and you show what you're trying to do is positive and you can sit up there and see that it's going to better mm-hmm. the world, mm-hmm. there's more people out here that want to better the world than make the world what it is, right?
Tupac said, if I don't change the world, I bet I spark the mind that will.
Right. So it's more so like a following thing. Mm-hmm. If a person see me do this, a person can see this podcast, mm-hmm. right? And it can be like, damn, that's always been on my mind. I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. Mm-hmm. That's one more person.
True.
You get what I'm saying? So
True.
Everybody think that way.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Everybody can rally up for the police killing us. Mm-hmm. We should be able to rally for the violence and take over our community back.
True.
Once you take your community back,
everything will fall.
We're going to be more stronger than the actual killers and the actual criminals mm-hmm. that's out here.
Okay.
And they're going to see like they not playing. Mm-hmm. If you're not saying nothing, like they're going to keep doing what they're doing.
Right.
Like,
yeah.
It's to the point where as though the reason I can better things by keep pushing and finding things to do to make it better.
Okay.
I can throw my suggestions out there. I can reach for things. Mm-hmm. If I can start with 1 child, 2 child, 3 children, mm-hmm. I'll feel like I've done something. You get mm-hmm. what I'm saying? And it can keep going and yeah, like that's just how it is.
Yeah, I feel like because I feel like these conversations. That's why I be having these conversations on here because you never know. It's people that might got the same whether it was a violent situation or just the mind fucking with them. They might not talk about this shit.
Yeah.
But if you hear somebody share this shit, it might influence them to be like, oh, well, maybe I need to share this more because it might can help me heal if I talk about it, or it might help me heal, so help somebody else heal.
And I was that person that I did not never want to talk about. I used to be embarrassed mm-hmm. because people, us as black people, mm-hmm. we tend to think like, well, what did he do to get that, and what did she do for somebody to do that?
Versus fuck how it happened, how to make this right, and move forward.
I never spoke on it because I was embarrassed because I felt like they're going to think like, well, she must have did something. I have done nothing. I did nothing. Mm-hmm. They don't like good people in the world, you get me?
Yeah.
They try to take the good people out. Yeah. So it's the devil. You got to realize the devil is real just like God is real. So they both is on the earth. They try.
The devil was an angel.
He was an angel before.
Yeah. And just talking about this, it just made me think how many people that went through, or how many niggas or females that go through shit or shit happen to them in the streets, and you don't really know the real deal. Like we gotta put on a facade to say, oh fuck it, I'm alive, I hate that, I'm doing this, I'm that. But in all reality, it's a lot of people that went through shit that I don't really want to go through this shit no more. But we can't say it because you know you a chump if you come out like this or you say something. So I know exactly I know I can understand what you mean when you say what you say about you ain't want to share it and all that, because number one killer to me is the male ego.
Mm-hmm.
We like you said, men are weak. We don't want to share that part about the shit we go through and why, or how we really feel about shit. Like it's a. You'll be surprised how many people be like, man, I don't really want, but this all I know.
Mm-hmm.
And that was one of the things, the mission statement with EMI and our goal was to expose the youth to different shit because you only gonna know your society, you will probably your environment.
The youth gonna follow the
what
OG niggas, and they're gonna get not say nothing either. Like
right.
they're gonna follow the footsteps.
Right.
Once upon a time, it used to be OGs teaching the little niggas the right stuff and what to do. Stay in school, get a job, go sweep the barber shop, go get the hair off the barber floor.
Nah, ain't really no OGs
sell
no
waters.
more.
The OGs either gone or dead, and it's like the ones that was after is teaching these young ones to totally opposite. Like where are the OGs at? At one point, the drug dealers used to pay everybody rent in their block. They took care of their elders. They made sure they had food. They protected the block. Now they're shooting elders.
Right.
They're killing
They don't
kids.
care.
There's no protection in the world, and they're
it's
standing there
fucked up.
allowing them to do it.
It's fucked up. It's definitely fucked up.
So where y'all at?
Right. Gotta step up. As a community, we gotta step up 100%. Cause shit getting wicked. Like the God bless the man that got killed, the bus driver that got killed. I know a lot of people that knew him, but it's just fucked up. Like just hearing the details of the situation. Like they tried, took a bag and all, like
no reason.
Trying to get on the bus, no matter which. But that's what you're saying. Like what I'm saying. Like you never know what people going through. And at the same time, just because you fucked up in the head or you got a real fucked up day or year, and that one day you had that breaking point, you decided to take it out on somebody.
And then it's so crazy because I saw comments coming from black people saying, well, he shouldn't have got off the bus to chase him. He should have sat there.
It don't matter. It shouldn't have happened.
It was his shit.
And
he probably had his medicine in there that he needed. You get what I'm saying? Insulin, anything is his.
It just shouldn't have happened.
It's his.
But the way, like you said, it's fucked up how we think. You shouldn't have. He shouldn't have died. Plain and simple. Like it ain't no way around it.
You should have sat there and waited for the police. Like what? Yeah, so, you're not gonna expect yo would have had a joint on the bus. Yeah. Why are you getting on the bus joint with the on the bus?
And he had his girl with him. It was a girl with him. So it's like
who gave you the joint, sir? Because you catching the bus, bro.
Yeah.
Like you didn't even have $4 to get on that joint. You mad because that man said the bus, that was the last stop. It was out of service. You get what I'm saying? Like words were exchanged, and you said, "Oh, I'm gonna take your bag."
Yeah, it's
he
tragic,
wanted his
man.
bag.
Shit is ugly out here, but like
and he had to lose his life.
Right, our working man at his job lose his life, but we just gotta pray for better days and do our part. But
pray for Baltimore, like
yeah, for sure. Pray for Baltimore. Pray for the world.
Put more God in your homes. Put more God in your heart, like. Yeah. And trust me, you're gonna change. Like I've been seeing documentaries that killers change.
Yeah, it's always possible. Like, it's always possible.
A lot of people think just because you did something, you can't speak of it in a good way. Yeah, he's a murderer, but he's changed. So he's out here speaking of, put the guns down. Murder is not the option because he's went through it. He's done it, but that don't mean he can't speak on it, right? Yeah, he regretted it.
Whatever part if you're in that situation, no matter if you're the one doing it or the one receiving, you know what's up.
You know what's up.
So you know the effects of it and how many people it affects.
Listen.
Affects
revenge is the Lord's.
Yeah. God give it.
My situation isn't my situation. That is God's situation. That's his problem. It's not my problem because I put it in his hands.
Right.
Like I said, I got days where as though I want to execute, but I can't. Because I think about their mothers and their family. They matter, not them. But how the word work? Karma. Karma comes back.
Universe to take care of everything.
I pray for them guys. So I pray they had mercy on their souls and all that because they was lost somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Like they was lost and they just wasn't able to express it and handle it like I was able to cover mine up for so many years as a kid. You know what I'm saying? Like I just don't feel like that's cool.
Do you think your PTSD will get better?
No.
Don't.
I always had PTSD. Right now I'm on level 4. That's severe. But some days it's level 2. It'll never go nowhere. I have triggers. Loud music, loud bangs, is a trigger. Tinted windows on cars, triggers. Hoodies on your face with the masses, triggers. Like, but I learned how to deal with the triggers.
Okay.
I'm more comfortable now with it, but it'll never go nowhere.
Yeah, well, we.
And I'll always be considered a person with mental illness. And this is the face that you wouldn't even know that I have mental illness, and
right,
I do.
You wouldn't know, definitely.
You get what I'm saying? Like, I just know how to deal with it now.
So I think I just got an idea of trying to get a black therapist to come on and get some people on here and see if we can help figure some shit out.
Yeah.
Make shit better for people.
I'm telling you, if you out there and you feel like it's something that you want to talk about, just get it out. If you have to start with a family member that you trust, start there.
From somewhere.
And eventually talk to someone. You're going to know if you're comfortable. A lot of people don't talk to them because therapists push you away. You know, psychiatrists and stuff. Dr. Shannon is a life coach. She's my life coach doctor. You get what I'm saying? There's a difference. So find a life coach. She's not a therapist, or he's not a therapist, or a psych. You know, find a life coach.
Right.
It helps. Like, it really do help. Like, because I didn't think I would ever get back to where I'm at now. Like,
yeah, definitely you came a long way in them 3 years, so definitely salute and tip your hat and hope everything get even better. But wrapping up, you got anything you want to shout out, put out there, give the people before we wrap up?
Heads up, Cage Heart clothing coming.
Okay.
Cage Heart Apparel.
All right. And give me your Instagram too, so they can find everything.
My clothing line is Cage Heart Apparel. My logo is the heart dropping down. So whatever you see with a heart dropping down to your hip, that's from when I got shot and when.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what it's saying. Okay. Yeah, that's hard.
Cage Heart means it's in a cage. You only need a key to get out the cage. Okay. No one has the key. Okay. You get what I'm saying? Okay. So
that's tight.
It works for a lot of people. Yeah. You know, it's a positive thing. It ain't got nothing to do with no type of street. I'm not even making my clothes with street money. I'm not on the street no more. I haven't been on the street in 3 years. Like, so I took my time with it because I wanted to be meaningful. Okay. And I pick and choose who wears my clothing line. I don't want nobody buying it and then going out there showing different. You get caught, get locked up, and you sitting there in a mugshot with a Cage Heart shirt on. Yeah. I don't want that. I got you. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's going to be big. You can follow me at 50 Shades of Shadow on Instagram, and on Facebook, Shadow, SHADOE twice. The Shadow on Instagram, 50 Shades of Shadow, is SHADOW. Okay. Put the dots through there, and you'll find me. But you're here for me again. You're gonna see me.
For sure.
I'm trying to be everywhere. Yeah. Like, I'm working on a lot of things. I woke up the other day feeling like I wasn't giving enough to the world, and I felt like I wasn't giving enough to God. Okay. So I'm listening. Right. So I'm gonna jump out there to do something. You gonna see me anyway.
Yeah, that's what's up. Yeah.
But it's definitely gonna happen.
It's destined. It's definitely that we gonna have you back on here too. Anyway. Yeah. Definitely want you back. So in closing, check out the podcast. We need answers. Oh, and I keep forgetting, please reach out if you want advertisement done. We definitely doing drops, so please do that. If you need any advertisement, any business service, products, all that, reach out, holla at us, and we do a commercial on the show for you. And we signing out. We Need Answers podcast.
We need answers.
Yeah. That was a good one.
Yeah.